So good evening everybody and welcome back to action here on FTRL. It is day 2 of action from the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix at Imola, which means it is time to let the Div 2 racers out onto track for the 8th time this season. Plenty of drama last night in the Div 1 race. Can the Div 2 racers equal the hype that last night's race delivered? Well, we'll find out in a short while. First, of course, qualifying to get out of the way. Drivers making their way out on track for the first time. Getting all the details up. Yes, unfortunately, low turnout tonight. Unfortunately, a few people away missing, a few AWOL. But I'm sure that the 12 drivers on track will provide plenty of action. Good evening, Mikey. Good evening, and safe. Making their way around then. Of course, Michael being then on screen at the moment in the Alpine was the classified victor of last week's race at Monaco. A storming drive from him then to usurp the championship leading duo and claim victory on the street of the Principality. Then we're going to go on board with him then for a lap then of Imola. And it is down the start-finish straight then through the single DRS zone. We wind our way down the straight looking for the braking turn then for the Tamburello chicane. Down to 5th gear. The curves nicely, mind those sausage curves on the inside of the middle part then, out there nicely. Heading up now towards the Villeneuve chicane there. Open the track up there using the curve, he's a little bit wide there. That cost him a little bit of time. He heads up then to Tozer, down the gearbox, 2nd gear. Hug the apex on the inside, drift out to the outside, use that curbing and starts climbing up the hill towards Piratella. Bring it down a couple of gears. Using all the track nicely. He hasn't validated, unfortunately. But he might stay with the lap then as we head into Aqua Minerale. Down to the using the curbs again on exit. I know Casey, not great tonight. Up to Variante Alta then. Need to ride the curbs a little bit, but not too much. And watch out for running wide on the exit there. He starts now heading down the hill then towards Ravazza 1. Over to the right hand side, down the gearbox all the way to 3rd gear, tips in nicely, uses the curve on the exit. Through Ravazza 2, out of the corner, onto the start finish straight. He would then go to the DRS zone, but he is into the pits as he invalidated his run. And it is Brutus Beer then, championship leader, who goes across the line, sets the first flying time of 16.01. Katamis goes second on a 17.0, but quickly dropped down to 3rd by Alex Pixie on a 16.9. When we come into the line now, he goes 5th fastest with a 17.3. Only behind him going on into 5th on a 17.0 as Captain Chubbs does a 16.9 then to go 2nd fastest. Now he is sporting a hurt wrist, so hopefully he'll not be too far into the pain barrier and will be able to complete tonight's race. But I do appreciate him struggling on despite his ailment. Is on the board then. Next is Katz has gone 4th fastest on a 17.0, just ahead of Katames then by 300ths of a second. About Aaron Chucker then, I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks. He is not at work this week. He's back with us as he heads then through Aqua Minerale, starts to climb up the hill. Through Variante Alta, nice and tidy through there. Down the hill and towards Ravazza. Nice camera angle as the car comes over the crest of the hill, then plunging down the hill into Ravazza 1. 3rd gear using all that curve on the outside into Ravazza 2. Using all the curve on the exit there as well. Into the DRS zone now. Coming to the line and Aaron goes 7th fastest then on a 17.2. That man just in front of him, he's now on a 17.6. Had a decent race last time, Matt, up and down, a couple of spins in there which kind of denied him a stronger result. But good practice for him tonight. Michael then on his way out then for a 2nd attempt, hopefully he will not invalidate this time. It's definitely turned the corner in the recent couple of races. Of course, a strong result at Monza as well a couple of weeks ago. A win last time out, definitely turning the corner of his season. But the front two in the championship just a little bit too far ahead after a slow start for him. Let's see how he gets on this time then. So it was Billy in the pit lane behind him. And he denied victory last week. Of course, it was Dylan who won on the track. Oh, Michael's off hard into the wall. They got on the curb on the exit of the Tamburello chicane, and it spits him off into the gravel. And Michael's lap there very much ruined there, as is his wing. As we are joined on track by our esteemed leader himself, Aaron, on track then in the McLaren there, sporting that cyberpunk livery. Or inspired livery. Who's then going to be the next onto the lap? It's going to be Brutus Beer, so we're going to pick up the current provisional pole sitter. He's just coming through very anti-alto. Here we go then, starts to build the speed. He's taking a wide line to try and get some more speed up, interestingly. Currently 8/10 up on second best, so Brutus at the minute is the absolute class of the field here. He gets through the Tamburello chicane okay there, where Michael didn't. Into the Emilia chicane now, first checkpoint coming up, and he is just marginally down on his time in sector 1 then, so a little bit of work to do. And that still is a very big margin between him and Chubbs, who's behind him. He's also on a lap, however, so that Chubbs has spun out of the final corner, so he will not be completing his lap, or not starting his lap anyway. Into Acquaminerale, Brutus has now, however, invalidated his run, so he will not be completing his lap. Katami's meanwhile is following his teammate, so this is to pick up Aaron. He's invalidated his run, so we'll go back to pick up Katami's. Couple of cars facing the wrong way as we skip through. So how Katami's getting on then into sector 3. He was up in sector 1, and he's only got a little bit of time to find to overhaul Katz, and Alex Pixie isn't too far, neither is Chubbs, so Kat could jump up onto the front row here if he can keep up. Not the best Ravazza one by the look of it there, but let's see how he's getting on then. Coming to the line, and he does go second fastest then, finds a bit of time, improves by nearly 3/10 and goes into P2 on a 16.7 then, but still 6/10 shy of Brutus Beard opening a run. It's a very, very impressive time. I believe he's on an outlap. Zombie is on a flyer. So let's stay with the Williams. Now it's slightly overcast here, which maybe would suggest that either rain is coming or the track conditions are quite cool. Now we saw yesterday quite a number of spins. The track quite low on grip, especially when you're on the hardened tyres. So drivers need to be very careful in the race. There were a number of safety cars last night. That's climbing the hill then, up towards Variante Alpha. Second checkpoint coming up, and he is down by nearly 7/10 then. So Zombie is not improving on this time. Currently the P5. Pixie then in sector 2. He was marginally down in sector 1. Next is Katz, meanwhile, has now gone on to the front row. 16.6 for the Hasman. Cruelly denied victory in Monza a couple of weeks ago. And Max Pixie is up by 1/10 of a second here, so this could put him now within with a shot of second, or maybe even the front row. Let's see what the AlphaTauri man can do. Starts dropping down the hill and into the Ravazzas. 1/10 of a second will put him up to P4. If he can find 2/10, he can go on to the second row of the grid. Does he find any time on the flex? He does. He goes second fastest. He finds some time in the final sector then, and Alex Pixie onto the front row of the grid. Chubbs behind him and just starting a flying lap, so having been P2 after the opening run, down in P5 now. Trucker, meanwhile, is up in Sector 1, so we'll stay on board with the Alfa Romeo. And the other Alfa Romeo, the Aston Martin, is off the track, but I think he's just getting out of people's way. Into Aqua Minerale, attacking the curbs. Ooh, a little bit wide there over the curbs, gets a little bit squirrely. That lost him some time, he's still marginally up. Can he find some time then in the final sector? Out of the Variante Alta chicane, Michael Vien goes second fastest and hooks a lap up. And Michael onto the front row then. It is a Dutch 1-2 once again. Michael was very much the star the first time he came here on last year's game. Unfortunately, his race did not pan out as he would have liked. Aaron coming to the line. Does he improve on his P9? He only marginally improves, stays P9 for now then. What about Chubb? Chubb has invalidated his run, unfortunately, then, so no improvement for him on that man. He is quite a way down on his time, so he's not going to improve on this run. Michael Vien then hooking a lap up onto the front row. Can he challenge Brutus in the race? Brutus on a lap then, but is down in Sector 2. So he may bail out of this one. Through the Ravazza 1. Through Ravazza 2. And he does indeed peel off into the pit lane. Cassinis is on an out lap. What about Pagani? 24.6 in Sector 1 then. So he gets to set a competitive time. Piratella starts plunging down the hill then towards Aqua Minerale. Now climbing up over the crest. This car over to the left hand side. 50.9 then for Sector 2. He hasn't got a lap time yet, so we don't know if he's up or down. Oh, but he invalidates on the exit of Variante Alta, and that is his lap done then. So Pagani will have to go again. Caterina meanwhile is a tenth of a second up. In Sector 1. Climbing up then towards Sector 2. He is 0.4 of a second up now, and so Caterina is then on to challenge for the front row here. Can he challenge Brutus this time? Good evening, Mr. Schmidt. Over the crest, down the hill and towards Ravazza 1. On to challenge for the front row. Can he find any time in the final sector to challenge Brutus? Oh, a little bit of a wobble there in the middle of the Ravazzas. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. DRS is open. And it's only third fastest, and he lost some time. That little slide there on the curb cost him a couple of tenths, and it cost him a front row, or potential front row. For now, at least, he'll have time for one more run. Zombie slots into fourth, meanwhile. He improves. Good luck there from Zombie. He then goes on to the second row. There's Academies and Zombie now on the second row. That Cat's in down in Sector 1. Aaron, meanwhile, has gone P7 with a 16.7. Ahead of Chubbs. Sioni is very wide there out of Aqua Minerale. Pagani's decided it's last to first for him. So he will not be improving. I think he's had another off at makes it Variante Alta. Maybe he's invalidated another run. So then Michael, can he do anything about Brutus Beer, whose opening run continues to be the fastest time? Ooh, Pagani has hit the wall and has lost a tyre by the look of it, so that's why his car is stopped. Michael then starting his final run likely. Sioni has decided he is not going to improve, so he will stay at best P9. Oh, Michael's lost it on the exit of Tamburello again. And he immediately decides that's enough for him, so he will not be improving. He's on his way into the pits. Zombie just made it there. Here comes Archpicky to start his final flying run. There's Spear meanwhile, and he's down in Sector 1. Casamese has also now called it a day for qualifying. So he will start at best P3. but we know how good he is off the line. So keep an eye. Whoa, Brutus taking the scenic route out of Piratella. Keep that coming around then. Let's have a look at his second sector checkpoint. Looks like he's going to be down. He is only 0.3 of a second down though. And Trucker decides he's not going to improve. There is a stray Aston Martin wheel. In fact, Brutus has invalidated his run. From Alex Pixie then in sector 2. Currently on for P5. Can he improve with this run? He's 0.3 down though in the middle sector, so it doesn't look like he's going to be improving this time. Slightly scruffy there over the curb as well. Is it raining? It is. It's spitting with rain. Go on, boys. You can see, yeah, it is raining, so that's maybe why the drivers are not looking like they're going to improve any further. That man's into the pit, so he's not going to improve. What about Chubbs? He's still going for it though, coming out of Ravazza 1 into Ravazza 2. No, he's having a weave. He's not going to improve this time. So, testing out the strength of his wrist. Retires then. I think that's going to be it then for the session. With the rain starting to fall, the track is not likely to be getting any quicker. So that may then see everybody retire. Aaron retires. Shooting for Matt and Alex if they're going to. Yeah. Alex retires. And if Matt retires, that will be the end of qualifying. That's Matt Man retire. The session ticks down. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. And there we go then, session done. And it is pole position then for championship leader Brutus Beard. Michael Vienne joins him on the front row. Catamese and Zombie on row 2. That could be spicy off the line. Alex Pixie and Nexus Cats share row 3. Aaron and Chubbs share row 4. Sione and Aaron Trucker share row 5. And it's an all Geordie 6th row with Matman and Pagani. Pagani not getting a whole lap time done in qualifying. So he's got it all to do from P12, but anything can happen in this race, and it usually does. So let's see how this one plays out. So qualifying done then. Let's get some podium predictions into this one then. Is Brutus going to extend his championship lead? Is Michael going to make it 2 wins on the trot? Will this be Catamee's day? Can Zombie take his first FTRL Div 2 win? Will Cats make up for the disappointment of losing his potential Monza victory? What's to decipher then? It's again very overcast then coming into the race. Do we have the threat of rain upon us? Maybe we just saw it there, just starting to fall at the end of qualifying. Are we going to see similar in the race? It's a dry start though, so the tyres everybody starts on might be a good indicator of what the weather is going to do. We saw last night the medium hard or hard medium was the strategy to go for. What was victorious was Talesborough in his McLaren starting on the hards, finishing on the mediums. A safety car or a virtual safety car really helped him with his strategy as he came through to claim a victory last night. Unsafe is going a very safe bet there for his positions. And we'll start to stick down. Everybody deciding on their strategies. Are we going to see anybody on the soft tyre? Catamees often likes to start on the soft tyre. Gain him an advantage off the line in the first few laps. And of course, pole position here is not necessarily the place to be because you've got that slight kink that you have to navigate as a result. We saw last night, Talesborough did not get the jump off the line. And he got passed off the line last night, so will that be happening again? And it's lights out and away we go. And it is a good start from Brutus then. Michael's got an alright start trying to cover Catamees as they head down. Oh, contact in the background there. Between one of the Aston Martins, one of the Haas. But Brutus holds the lead then from Michael. Zombies attacking, or being attacked by Nexus Cats. They come out of the Tamburello chicane. Cats is up to 4th. Sioni's up to 3 as well into P6 as he's had a good start. So they make their way then out of the Villeneuve chicane into Tozer for the first time. It is Brutus Beer who leads. Just got to climb up the hill in the background there. We've got Alex Pixie and Aaron side by side. Aaron then getting the move done. Alex Pixie down 3. There's not a good start there for the AlphaTauri. Although Aaron's a little bit wide. The door may have opened there momentarily, but not close enough to take advantage. Has a look up the inside into the first part of Aqua Minerale. Again, though, just twitching, trying to get some heat into these hard tyres. Critical for you corners for the drivers on hard tyres. Look who's on what then. They get up to very empty Alpha 4 the first time. Everybody just about surviving so far. Aaron running a little bit wide there off the curb. But Brutus then, it is who leads from Michael Vienne. Katamis is 3rd, top 7 all on the medium tyres with Cats, Zombie, Sioni and Aaron all on the medium tyres. We've got Alex Pixie and Chubbs both on the hard tyre. Mattman and Aaron Trucker on the mediums, and Pagani having a snap there at the final corner as he did last night, which caused his demise. And he's on the hard tyres to begin with then. Ooh, Katamis is on the grass. Oh, contacted around, goes to McLaren. Oh, and Katamis then contact with Michael Vienne into Tamburello, and around goes the McLaren. Oh, wide there, Alex Pixie in the gravel. And Chubb's getting around the outside and then into Tozer. Nice move done then. That man now in pursuit. He's got Aaron though trying to get alongside him as head up towards Piratella. Dropped in behind them. Pagani watching brief, and Katamis is going again then, but scary moment there. They got contact as they headed down towards Tamburello. Put him on the grass as he rejoined. Seemed to get the car stopped, but then again they met on the apex. And unfortunately the McLaren was the one to lose out. Bruce is there off the curve, having a bit of a slide. He continues to lead them. Michael Vienne still very much in touch. Then we've got Cats up to 3rd. Now Zombie back into 4th. And lost out to the house. He's got Aaron closing him down in 5th. And the 2nd Alpine of Sioni. We've got Chubbs, Alex Pixie, Mattman, Aaron and Pagani. So a lot of big DRS train that's still to go on to lap 3. Michael is just closing down a little bit on Brutus Beard. No DRS this time around. And there's Aaron making a move there on Mattman into Tamburello. Through goes the Aston Martin. Oh, who's that got around? Oh, Aaron's got around. The same place he did last night on the exit there of Tamburello. And the McLaren has got around. And the Sioni gone wide now. No, that's just Chubbs getting the move done. Sioni have coming back at him. Oh, let's go. Careful, boys, careful. Round Tozer, Chubbs around the outside, gets the move done, cuts back across the nose. Alpine though, trying to flick back up over the hill to the inside for Piratella. Oh, Chubbs cuts the nose off the Alpine there and takes the place. So Chubbs up to 5th, taking no prisoners with Sioni. Despite being on those hard tyres, then Chubbs seems to have got his tyres switched on now. He's very much on the attack. Well, from Brutus now getting that lead up to that magical 2nd he needs to keep Feel out of DRS. Aaron has had another spin there at Piratella. Oh no! Cats has spun into the final corner. Back across the track. Damage to the wing. He's going to dive into the pits here, I think. So Cats then spins off at the final corner as they start lap 4. DRS has been enabled then, and Michael Vienne is in the DRS range of Brutus Beard, so then I'm starting to pull away. With Cats' demise has opened the gap up then. It's now Zombie up to 3rd. Cats into the pits. He's going to go onto the hard tyre, get a fresh wing. Hope for a safety car to bring him back into contention. Aaron needs one as well, having had his spin. Further back, Sioni battling with Alex Pixie. And we've got Aaron Trucker closing in as well. Mattman not far behind, then Pagani as well. A nice little train going on here then. Captain Chubb's trying to break away. Oh, that's Sioni going very wide there. Very wide out of Aqua Minerale. He's going to lose a place there to at least one. He loses 2, does he? Yep, 2 places. Aaron Trucker making his way through as well. Oh, Sioni's gone straight on again. He's struggling on the brakes here. Through goes Matman, through goes Pagani. So Sioni losing 4 places on this lap alone. And here comes Casamese as well now. Round the outside into Rabatza. Casamese gets the move done. So Sioni, they're losing a handful of places on this lap. Dirty tyres there, Aqua Minerale. He'll now get the DRS, however, on the McLaren. Only now closing in on Matman. He's had a good exit out of Tamburello into the Villeneuve chicane now. Pixie then with Aaron Chucker right up behind him. Come up over the crest of the hill. Just now a bit of respite. Meanwhile, the 2 Dutch boys up front pulling clear. Brutus still leads Michael in touch though, so he's not going to have it all his own way. Zombie doing well in third at the minute, got a nice bit of a gap behind him. And just under 2 seconds to Chubbs. 3.7 ahead of him, so not troubling the front 2 at the moment, but the podium is his for the time being. As he comes down to Ravatsa there, just be careful. We've seen already 1 driver go around. Yeah, very much so. Like you said in the safety saw last night, the hard medium was the strategy to go for. It worked out for Talesborough. Chances are we will have a safety car at some point. Oh, Bruce's Piss spins out of the lead! The race leader has spun on the exit of Tamburello. Through goes Zombie, through goes Chubbs. Alex Pixie to get him as well. He does into Villeneuve. Aaron Trucker can't quite make it through. There's Brutus gets back up the speed. Has a twitch though on those hot tyres now. Aaron's down the inside. And Brutus is down to P6 then. So, drama then, race leader spinning out at the very innocuous point there. The exit of Tamburello, the car, the back end just got away from him. Oh, again, big twitch off the curve at Piratella. We just need to settle for a couple of corners, take it easy, get those tyre temperatures back down. With a good exit out of Camilla there. I think Aaron had a bit of a wobble, or maybe Alex had a wobble and held up Aaron. Brutus now trying to fight back. Aaron now having a look at Alex. Brutus now seems to have got everything back under control again, but that's left Michael with a very comfortable lead on his own. Down into Ravatsa then. The pole sitter and the early race leader spinning off. Oh, Alex is gone now. Oh, there's contact in the background. One of the Aston Martins. It's Aaron's into the wall. And the safety car is called. Oh, that all got a little bit messy there. Alex spun out of the second Ravatsa in front of the pack. Aaron got held up. I just wonder if somebody came through behind and just couldn't avoid him. Speared off into the wall. Aaron is out. Pagani's into the pits. Did he hit his teammate? It looks like he makes a wing change. He did. He got no front wing on the other Aston Martins there. I think the Aston Martins have come together there. Nothing out. I think Pagani could have done. Alex spinning. Obviously, Aaron checked up to avoid contact, and Pagani had nowhere to go from a couple of car lengths back. And he's into the pits then for the medium tyres. And a fresh wing. Aaron's into the pits as well. He's going to go into the hard tyre now. And getting his stop out of the way. This car there on the left will let Pagani go through. So this is great news for Pagani and for Aaron. It means they can now catch up to the back of the pack. Michael, however, will not be wanting to see the safety car because his 4-second lead is now going to evaporate now. Oh, and Zombie sped under the safety car, you absolute prune. Michael pits. Race leader is in. So Michael's going to get his stop out of the way. Got a healthy lead. Zombie's in as well. Chubbs is going through, meanwhile. Brutus is in. That man is in. Catamese is in. Sioni is in. So all bar Alex Pixie and Captain Chubbs, who are already on the hard tyre, have decided to make their pit stop now. Now it's probably too far for the mediums to go, so they're going to hope for another safety car because everybody else is getting a cheap pit stop here. Aaron pushing to catch up under the safety cars, run wide at Emilia got himself a track limits penalty. One man's going to be kicking, Zombie's going to be absolutely kicking himself for that drive-through. The delta on this game at the minute is terrible. Like, sometimes it'll give you a massive delta. The curse of Daft Chip. I didn't say anything this time, so who did I jinx last night? I jinxed Dylan. I jinxed Dylan last night. So I said he's got position, and then literally 10 seconds later, or even not even that, 5 seconds after I said that, he span out and crashed. So that one's on you, Daft Chip. Safety car is deployed for the first time then on lap 8. 1/4 race distance. Running order behind the safety car then is Captain Chubbs now leads from Alex Pixie. Michael Bien is third, but the first driver who has made his compulsory stop. And Zombie is fourth, but has a drive-through penalty. After serve, Brutus is now fifth, but that is net P2 because 2 drivers ahead of him haven't stopped, and 1 driver ahead of him has a drive-through to serve. So Brutus is very much back into this. Safety car wide up nice. Ben Katowice is also back into the mix now in P6. Matman P7. Pagani P8. Katz is back into it P9. Pagani just catching the pack P10. Having had that contact, and Aaron will be back with the pack. He comes around. He will rejoin the back of the train, and so we should all be back together on this lap, so we might go racing at the end of this one. Hopefully, drivers on the most people on the hard tyre. Only Pagani on the medium tyre at this stage, so he will be at an advantage at the restart. He'll have more grip than everybody else, who will be trying desperately to get some heat into these hard tyres. Driving on ice, I said last night, on the hard tyre, so following the safety car around, of course, is going to see a lot of tyre temperature eroded. Going to make a very tricky few corners. The driver try and get some heat back into them once we go racing again. And Aaron just about to rejoin the back of the train, so we may get a safety car notification at the end of this straight. The safety car will be in this time. And we do, safety car in this time, so Chubbs then will start to back. Yeah, there we go, Aaron confirming he did get hit in the back. I think by the fact that he had no wing when he came to the pits, it was unfortunately his teammate who had nowhere to go. The perils of close racing, unfortunately. One car spins, one checks up, the cars behind can't see what's going on. And chaos ensues, and we have our first retirement, so unlucky Aaron. Chubbs then back in the pack up then. When does he pull the trigger? We saw a couple of different restarts last night. One was to go here at Ravazza, and I think that's what Chubbs has done. So he's pulled the trigger out of the first Ravazza. Oh, almost loses it out of the final corner. On the curbs though, that is the danger. Michael Bien on his toes and in the slipstream of Alex Pixie as they head down towards Tamburello. Trying to get a run there, but he's not going to be able to make a move. There's going to be a lunge meanwhile Brutus is looking, or Katowice attacking. Brutus Beer, they touch. Katowice gets squeezed out wide. Bounces over the sausage curb, stays in position for now, but Matman is closing in rapidly. Looks to the inside. Is he close enough for a move? Not quite. Aaron meanwhile past Pagani, so despite Pagani having the medium tyres, Aaron has made the move on him. Chubbs then is off and running. Michael wasn't able to make a move on Alex in the first couple of corners then, so he's settled in, but of course you just need to remember the 2 ahead of him have not yet stopped. Oh, he's going to slide. Almost loses it coming Aqua Minerali. Through goes Zombie, through goes Brutus. Oh, now Brutus has a slide coming out of very anti-alta. Car sliding all over, so try and get some heat back into the tyres. One way of getting heat into the tyres, I suppose. But Michael's doing a superb job of saving that, because that could have been a big spin. Possibly contact with the wall, but he managed to wrestle back control. Now, when does Zombie peel off for his drive-through? Now is the time. So into the pits goes Zombie to serve his drive-through penalty. He'll be kicking himself. It's a long pit lane. Here comes Michael on Brutus, then out of the slipstream, down the inside. The wheel to wheel then going in to Tamburello. Catamise is buying into this now as well. But Michael gets the move done. Brutus slots in behind. And he's thinking about a move into Villeneuve. He's not quite close enough. Sioni got Aaron. Oh, Sioni spins. Aaron hits him. Through goes Pagani. Oh, Sioni there just drops it under traction out to Tozer. Lights up the rear tires, trying to get some heat back into them again then, but Pagani getting the move done on Aaron as a result. Now, did Aaron get any damage from that then? Nowhere to go as Sioni just broadsides across the circuit in front of him. Seems to be okay though, can't see any damage, but they've got a little bit of damage. And we'll see if he pits at the end of this lap. The main battle there looks to be over P3 at the minute then. Michael, Brutus and Catamise. Batman and Cat's also in touch as well. DRS then has been re-enabled. Michael Bien with the fastest lap of the race. He starts trying to pull away from Brutus now. Chase down the lead too. Here comes Catamise on Brutus Beer to the outside. Round he goes. Catamise getting the move done there comfortably. Aaron going past Pagani into the corner as well. So both the McLarens on the move. Catamise up to 4th. Aaron up to 8th. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's Alex Pixie's in the wall. I heard a bang. And then they exit the Villeneuve chicane. Alex Pixie's in the wall and out of P2. Oh, it's a shame for Alex. Has he gone round again at Tozer? I think he might have done. He's lit up the rear tyres. Yeah, Sioni goes through. He's on the way again now, but Alex is going to be kicking himself again. Again, on a strong position. Again, he's dropped it. This battle now between Matman and Cat starting to ignite. Then Cat's looking for a way past left, right and centre as he got up alongside him. Not quite, Matman getting the traction down. And then into the Ravazzas, then Matman leading Cats up ahead of them. Brutus on the back of Catamise. They come up to the DRS zone then. Brutus will have DRS. Is he going to be close enough? You know, Cats likes to run low wings. In fact, he's pulling away. So despite Brutus having DRS, Catamise is actually pulling away. What about Cats on Matman? No, Matman holds him off. And they exit Tamburello going defensive though. So I don't think Matt had a good run there. What's happened there? Oh, it's Aaron. Spins on the exit of Tamburello. And unfortunately that is Aaron done. For those who have seen Connor's Emilia FTRL performance video, you'll know that Aaron does have trouble with Sector 1. And that has proved his downfall again tonight. Alex into the pit lane, into the medium tyre. He's got himself a 5-second penalty for speeding as well. Then tricky line then. Cats is all over the back of Matman. He's up the inside. In fact, as they head up towards Variante Alta, is he going to get the move done? Matman squeezes him hard to the inside. Cats backs out of it wisely. Bounces over the curb. But now Pagani's very much in this battle as well then. Cats still looking for a way by. He's now up the inside into Ravazza. Cats down the inside. Matman trying to hold on around the outside. Still side by side, but Cats will get the move completed on the exit Ravazza 2. Matman trying to come back at him. Here comes Pagani. He's now got the run on Matt. Through he goes. He's now going to have the DRS as well. In fact, Cats has got the DRS on Matman. But Pagani, with the momentum, flashes past Cats. Here comes Matman to the outside of Cats. Not able to get through though. Oh, Pagani across the curb. He gets himself a track limits penalty. Makes his way through to 5th. And those medium tyres definitely now giving him an advantage at this stage of the race. But nice little battle there. Matman just dropping off the back a little bit, then needs to regroup. Having been passed by 2 drivers on the lap. Get himself back into the mixer. Meanwhile, Brutus Beer hanging on to the coattails of Catamise. To come out of Aqua Minerale, climbing up the hill. Michael Bien, meanwhile, continues to try and chase down Captain Chubbs, whose lead is 2.3 seconds. Oh, Pagani's gone wide there out of very anti-alta. Through goes Katz. That man closing in now as well. A little bit too much curb there for the Aston Martin. Right, does Brutus have enough momentum this time to get through? Well, Mattman's gone through. Oh, Pagani's spun out of Variante Rivazza 2 again. Gives Mattman the place to see on. He gets through as well. I think Zombie might also clear him. He does. Pagani into the pit centre. It's likely he's got some damage. And unfortunately, Pagani has retired now as well. This thing comes to a premature end now, but Brutus Beer all over the back of Katames. Out of Variante Alton, the Red Bull trying to close in then on the McLaren. But McLaren's got such good straight line speed, it's difficult for Brutus to make a move. Even with DRS, we've seen Katames able to pull away Brutus, and he needs Katames to make a bit of a mistake here. The safety car is out. Who is that then? Is it Zombie, possibly? I thought that out. So safety car is called. Yeah, Zombie has no front wing, so that'll be why the safety car is out. Oh, 3 seconds, that's a bit of a harsh penalty because he's got no front wing, but the game is the game. Katz is in the pits, so he's going to go, is he going to go back onto the mediums? He is. Katz then puts those medium tyres, they've got 3 laps on them, and we're at half race distance, so we might just about make it from here. A couple of laps behind the safety car as well, for good measure. Katz then is gambling. Now, you imagine at this stage Chubbs is going to pit. This will be his best opportunity then. It gets darker as well. Look at how dark it is now. Still on board. It's still quite light clouds, but do we have the threat of rain? So far, I can't see anything. Zombies then going onto the soft tyre, interestingly. Chubbs here, you imagine, has to pit. Has to pit here. Pagani there saying he got floor damage from the contact with Aaron, so that's why he has been struggling since. Chubbs does pit. So in comes the race leader. Michael goes through. Katames will go through, as will Brutus. That man coming out the final corner, what does he do? He's going to carry on. Chubbs then going on to the medium track. As I mentioned last night, it's a very long pit lane here. It's the length of the start finish, or nearly the length of, probably about 2/3 of the start finish straight here. Long pit lane. So he's going to carry on. Where's Chubbs going to come out? Is he going to beat Sioni out? The answer is he does. Just. So Chubbs stays P5. Just beats Sioni out there. Katsu pitted last time around. He's now 7th. He's 8th. Zombie's gone onto the soft tyre, interestingly. So whether or not that was just to pit and get rid of his penalty. Will he come back in again and go onto the mediums? Will he catch the train first? Alex carries on. Zombie's there. Zombie's going to persist. Meanwhile, the leader's then heading out of Aqua Minerale up the hill. Alexis Katz has got a track limits warning now for as he tries to catch the queue. So Katz, they're getting an unnecessary penalty. They're obviously eager to catch up again, but there's no real excuse to getting them under a safety car. It's not getting away from you. So we head then through the Ravazzas. We will get at least one more lap with a couple of the drivers at least half a lap away. Making their way then into the Villeneuve chicane and just waiting for Alex and Zombie, who are making their way down the start finish rate, so they should be with us on this lap. Back on the train. Michael then is a leader once again though, but Catherine's now tucked up behind him. Brutus and Mattman, so your top four are all on hard tyres. They put on under the first safety car. Captain Chubbs in P5 is on the medium tyres, so he's put on under this safety car. He could be one to watch from here on out. He's going to have a significant tyre advantage. They should go to the end as well. Of course, laps here behind the safety car. Not really going to take too much out of that tyre life either. Katz and Alex Pixie on 5-lap tyres. They started on after earlier misdemeanours. So you'd imagine they might be okay for tyre life, but we will see. And Zombie at the back there on the soft tyres. He's probably got another pit stop to do. There's Alex there, Zombie, so catching the train now. If they come through Variante Alta now, are we going to go racing this time around? Nearly on the back of the pack. Now it might be a late call. We saw a late call last night. Pretty much as the safety car came out of Variante Ravazza 2. There we do. Safety car in this lap then, so Michael gets no warning at all. No time to really back the pack up either. Everybody now together though. And away he goes. Pulls the trigger. Got a little bit of a buffer there. Mattman's also slightly on his heels. He's left the gap between himself and Brutus. Then look at how much tight Katami's honing in on Michael as they come into the first chicane. Not able to find a way through. Nudges the back of him over the curbs. There goes Sioni. Katami's now under attack from Brutus. They're side by side as they head down towards the Villeneuve chicane. Brutus switches to the inside. Their way through. Chubbs is on Mattman already. Through goes Chubbs up to P4. Cat's having a slide there in the background. I think Sioni then bounced over the curbs. He's in the bin in the gravel, I think. Brutus then resuming his attack then on Casamis, but here comes Chubbs. Michael trying to pull away. While the three behind him start to squabble. Casamis then, he saw how quickly he closed in there. Going down into turn one. Brutus now all over the back of him because he knows the Haas is coming. Oh, Brutus with a big slide out of Variante Alta there. Mattman versus Katz again as well in the background. We're going to stay with this battle over second, third and fourth for the moment at least. Oh, Chubbs comes in very hot. There goes wide. He's in the gravel on the exit. Ravazza 1. Mistake from Chubbs there. Just came in a little bit too hot. He's cost himself a couple of car lengths. Here comes Katz on Mattman. He's got the inside for Sambarello. He's got the move done. Then through goes Nexus Katz up into P5. So it's fourth and fifth for the Haas cars now. Sioni's into the pits. Did he get damaged there after that off? Chubbs then starting to regroup, then trying to come back. Then we've got Mattman and Zombie side by side. Zombie with the soft tyre, Mattman on the hard, so quite a significant two-step tyre difference in terms of compound. And Zombie has been let through. I think Alex is going to try and make a move now as well. As Mattman's a little bit wide. Thinks about switching to the inside, but no way through. Chubbs then has regrouped. He's now back on the tail of Brutus. And both back on the tail of Cat. Meanwhile, Michael is pulling away at the front, untroubled by what's going on behind him. Having been forced to defend into the first corner, he's now running away at the front. He needs to do though, because Chubbs is the one to watch at this stage. Michael with the fastest lap of the race, and 19.0. Here comes Chubbs on Brutus. They're side by side as they cross the line. Chubbs makes the move, Up to P3 then. Can he move over? He can do. Cut takes the line. Gets some dirty air across the nose of the Red Bull. And he sets now about trying to tackle Cat. Look at the speed he's got out of Tamburello. Not able to carry the momentum though into the Villeneuve chicanes. He'll have to wait for another opportunity. He's going to think about moving to Tozer. Looks up the inside, but not quite able to make it done. Cat runs a little bit wide there. The door's half open. Oh, Brutus has a slide in the background. That might give Cats a run up the hill. Brutus, though, has got it gathered up. Oh, Chubbs is right on the back of Catami's head. Drop down to Aqua Minerale. Not able to find a way through there, though. But again, he's got so much more speed, so much more grip. Not able, though, to find a way through the inside into the Variante Alta chicane. Brutus and Cats now right there as well. And just, oh, sorry, Zombie in the background as well. Michael Mann lead now 3.4 seconds, though. He's trying to run away. Now then, let's see what Chubbs' straight line speed is like compared to Catami's. DRS has been reactivated. Yellow flag in the background. It's Zombie, I think, has gone around. Can Chubbs make the look at the speed of Catami's? Chubbs burned all his ERS and still couldn't make the move on the McLaren. That is just how quick that McLaren is in a straight line. Chubbs, however, has got a good run out of Tamburello. Not able to find. Oh, Zombie's gone. Oh, he's in the pits, unfortunately. Oh, and there's a tag. Cats is in the gravel. Brutus spits wide. Cats is on the grass. Chubbs with a bump and run. It's a touring car move. But he's up to second. And now he's got 4 seconds to close down on the race leader. Sony then taking the fastest lap meanwhile on the soft tyre. Michael Lowe troubled up front. He's built a nice little lead, however. He's now got Chubbs trying to chase him down on the medium tyre. They're fresher. They're softer. They've got more grip. What can he do now? He's got clear air. Nobody in front of him. Can he start to chase down the Alpine? The gap is holding at the moment. Brutus is also not finished with the hands either, so it's still very much in touch. I think he had a little bit of a moment there coming out of Tamburello. Yep, Chubbs has burnt all his ERS. They're trying to get the. I think he needed to make the move on Cats. On Cat, sorry, because we know how quick Cat is in a straight line. Everywhere. The gap is now starting to chip away. It's down to 3.5 seconds, so he's had 4 tenths out of him on this lap so far. Still got 9.5 laps to go. Chubbs also starting to pull away from Brutus now as well. Oh, Brutus is sideways out of Variante Alta again. See, lighting up the rear tyres there several times in this race. It was a controlled slide that time though. Not controlled-ish. And now, however, he's got Nexus Cats to worry about, and Cats is right on him as they come out of Rivazza 2 into DRS range. What is the how's this straight line speed like? Brutus covers the inside. Cats is going to have to go the long way around. Does he have enough overspeed? The answer is no. Brutus will hold the inside. Cats goes a little bit deep. And Brutus holds on for now. Oh, Brutus has spun. Tozer on his own. He's spun on his own. Out of P3 he goes, or P4, sorry. Alex Pixie takes full advantage. So he cuts through. Cat's got held up as the Red Bull spun across his bows. Man up to 6th. Brutus is down to 7th place. It's been a bit on the raggedy edge in this one. We've seen him have some big slides in this one. He's had a bigger one this time. 2nd spin of the day. The first one was out of the lead. Speaking of the lead, it is now down to 3 seconds exactly then, so Chubbs has had a second out of Michael's lead. With all that drama behind, he's now got 6 seconds back to Cat, so Chubbs now under no threat from behind. Cat's made his way back onto the podium. Alex Pixie and Cat, though, giving chase. And Matman, there's Brutus recovering after that spin. On lap 25 of 32 into Tamburello we go. Cat in third, Alex is fourth. Cat's is fifth. But Alex and Cat's both have penalties. Out the penalty situation, it's 5 seconds for Alex for speeding in the pit lane. Cat's has got 3 for track limits. Sigoni has also got 3 for track limits. Up and over the crest we go once again. Down now towards Aqua Minerale. Cat's still in third. Alex and Cat's giving chase. Batman 1.6 seconds behind. Brutus 2.1 behind him. They're commenting, Chubbs driving well considering having a sore wrist. The gap holding that. He's only taking a couple of tenths out of Michael on this lap then. Michael holding the gap at 2.7 seconds then. He's taking about 2 or 3 tenths out of him on that lap. Gap back to third is now 8.4 seconds though. They are pulling away for this battle for third. Here comes Alex Pixie. Trying to take the position away from Cat, but once again that straight line speed. I thought McLaren is just so impressive there. However, he's gone deep into the chicane. That's given Alex a run. Will he be able to cut to the inside for the Villeneuve chicane? No, once again, let's get McLaren pointed in a straight line. It flies. And Alex has now got the Haas of Cats to worry about as they come up to Tosa. Down the hill, and again the advances of Cats have been fended off then, and now he's on the attack again. This is the sector where he's likely to be quicker. Cat obviously set up for straight line speed. Going a little bit deep into the Variante Alta chicane there. That's giving Cats an opportunity here potentially. Head down the hill. Gives Cat a little bit of breathing room as well. There he goes deep into Rabatza 1. This is the apex. Just going to let Alex close in a little bit again. Here's then the twitch as he tries to get the power down. Both have now DRS, so that should help Alex defend from Cat. Is he closing on Cat? The answer is no. Cat is once again pulling away in a straight line. That McLaren is just absolutely ridiculous. Making their way through Tamburello. Cat still third. Alex still fourth. Cat still fifth. Matman just trying to get into DRS race. You just can't quite get there. Oh, again the twitch there from Cats this time. Cat now on the defensive again. We've got a yellow flag. It's Brutus, I think, is it? There's a spin there at Villeneuve. That's just dropped him off the back of the pack again. Championship leader having a race to forget at the moment. Gap up front, meanwhile, it continues to hold. It's 2.8 seconds then. Chubbs has not been able to start closing down any further. Michael has now got that gap pegged. However, the gap behind him is now 11 seconds in as Cat continues to defend. Oh, Cat has a bit of a slide there as he gets on the power out of Variante Alta. Dipping down the hill once again. So only into the pits and he's going onto the soft tyre again. Ooh, who's that peeling off? That's Alex peeling off. Why is Alex peeling into the pits then? That's interesting. Does he think he can't make it on his tyres? Serve his penalty as well. So Alex then has bailed out of that battle for P3. Did he think he wasn't going to make it? I don't think his tyres were going to make it then. So does that mean Cats is now at risk with his tyres? Will that explain why Chubbs has kind of plateaued, although he has now taken 4 tenths out of Michael on this lap? So Chubbs' tyres seem okay. Just chipped away again. Now it's Cats' turn to attack Cat. So then here is your leader, still just quietly going about his business. 2.4 seconds the gap, it's gone up a couple of tenths again. Chubb's chipping away, but he's running out of laps. They were going on to lap 29 then, so just 4 to go. 2.3 seconds to make up then. What can Katz do about Katz? Can Matman finally bridge that gap as well? He's so nearly in DRS range. Just can't quite get the final couple of tenths he needs. Down then into Tamburello we go. We can see just how quick that McLaren is again. Katz just dropping back there on the straight line, but picks up a couple of tenths in the first couple of corners. And we'll see him close in again through the Villeneuve chicane. As Katz there struggling to get the car turned. And now Katz is all over the back of him again. But is he at risk for tyres before the end of this race? Just seen Alex, who was on the same age of tyre, pit from 4th place. Matt had a little bit of a moment somewhere. He's also dropped a bit further back than he was. 1.2 seconds back. He's now 2.1. Well, Katz is Kat very wide there. Out of very Antonio's going to let Katz go. Because I think we know what's about to happen. Into Ravazza, we're going to see only taking the fastest lap away again. Katz lights up the rear tyres on the curb then. And now into the DRS zone we come. Katami's here. He could probably get in without DRS, but he's going to have DRS as well. Look at the straight line speed of that McLaren. That is absolutely obscene. 216 miles an hour against 195. That's a 20 mile an hour difference. No wonder the McLaren flies past and starts to head off into the distance. Lead gap down to 1.9 seconds then. Oh, back up to 2 seconds then. It's chipping away, but he's not getting enough out of that gap. Michael doing a brilliant job to hold that gap. Alex Pexi now taking the fastest lap of 17.3 from the AlphaTauri man. So he picks up the extra point for fastest lap. Katz meanwhile continues to try and prize an opening out of Katami's. Matman is closing back in again. It's down to 1.4. Of course, he will jump Katz, who has a penalty. Into Ravazza 1, into Ravazza 2 then. So Katami's this time holding the advantage. A little bit of a slide there on the curb. Katz a bit of momentum, but we could already see the McLaren pulling away. Down the straight, the McLaren is just absolutely obscene. The Cat is doing 100 and 210. He's going faster than Katz, who has DRS. Without DRS, that is just how much... That's just obscene. No wonder Cat is so difficult to overtake. You can't even catch him. Gap now 1.2 seconds, so Cat has broken Katz. Are Katz's tyres going away? Is perhaps the question now. We saw Alex pit. Is Katz having to watch his tyre condition? 0-0. I think he's on minus wings, Oscar, to be honest. It's giving him lift. Chubbs then 1.8 back from the lead. Michael driving superbly. Chubbs is giving it everything he can do. That 4 second gap though that got built up after that last restart just meant that Chubbs has just given him too much to do. Then on to the final lap we go. I think Katz's challenge for P3 on the track is over. Cat also with no penalties then, so Katz would have had to pass him and clear him. You can see Brutus also closing back in again, having had that little drama. Is Katz then going to be vulnerable from Matman before the end of this race? So Matman's got no battery left either. He's pushing hard. Brutus is on 5%. Oh, Katz's tyre's done for. I'll find out up front. The gap down to 1.4. Chubbs is still chipping away, but Michael, you feel he's just managing that gap. Making sure he doesn't give out any track limits. Chubbs pushing hard. It's been a brilliant drive from him. But it just hasn't quite. Didn't have enough time. He had too much work to do to try and make that gap up. Matman and Brutus are together, and they're with Katz as well. He's just looking to the outside, and he's going to go for moving. Look at Miller, right, not quite close enough. Chubbs continues to close, but he's got to run out of corners. He's got to run out of track. Michael Vienne's going to make it 2 in a row with victory at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. Chubbs comes home P2. Great drive from him. Brutus on Matman as they come out of Variante Alta. Matman defending the inside. Brutus gives it the old dummy to the inside. There's contact. They're banging wheels through Ravazza 1. Still banging wheels. Matman holds on. It's now a sprint to the line. They let Katz get away. Matt gives it a squeeze, but Matt holds on and gets P4. Brutus gets P5. Katz dropping out to 6th of that penalty. Sione has already finished, and so just Alex to go. He has the fastest lap of the race already. He's had a drama on this lap somewhere. That's through Ravazza 1, through Ravazza 2. That is P7 for the AlphaTauri man. Matman gets driver of the day. He's charged up the order. But it is victory number 2 in a row for Michael Vienne then here at Imola. Having won at Monaco last time out, he backs it up with victory at Imola. Captain Chubbs gave it everything to try and close the gap down, but just ran out of tyre, ran out of time. But a very solid P2 from him, and Cat there holding off all comers to take P3. Good drive from him there. They were throwing absolutely everything at him, but they just could not live with that McLaren in a straight line. The champagne flies. So victory then for Michael Vienne. Chubbs up from 8th to 2nd. Great drive from him. Katamis comes home P3. Matman up from 11th to 4th. Good drive. Brutus Beer then one that got away for him. Comes home with P5 there. Next is Katz gets P6. That penalty just dropping him back. Alex Pixie finishing P7. Takes the fastest lap though. Although quite nicely finishes exactly a minute behind. Like to the 1,000th. Yeah, and Sione, the final classified finisher, in 8th with a lap down. The retirements there were Zombie, Pagani, Aaron and Aaron. Aaron Chucker there, the unfortunate recipient of a rear ender. And that also put paid to his teammate's car. And that then is the end of action for this evening. Thank you very much to those in the chat for joining us as always. If you can give the stream a like before you go, that is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. All right. I am starving, so I'm going to get off and get myself some food. Thank you for tuning in as always, and we will see you again really, really soon. Oh, we're back on the... Before we go, we're back on Friday with GT7. Next round, Brands Hatch is the golf week. So at Brands Hatch Indy and Brands Hatch GP, do join us 8 o'clock on Friday for some GT7 action. That's what's coming up next on FTRL. But that is it for me for this evening. Thank you and good night.